there, Bacon Brutes. Today's a very special episode because we're looking into the future. Future of bacon, that is. The future of bourbon. And maybe even the future.
For the next 4 or 5 key factors.
Just don't eat all your packed
down my
bacon.
bacon. What is this bacon?
Of the Baconverse. It's a lot like my favorite cartoon, the Jeffersons. Not the moving on up kind, but the smooth sipping, high flying kind. I always loved watching the Jeffersons and imagining myself as a space-aged baker of sorts, getting into intergalactic hijinks with my lovable robot dog Astro, the bacon bloodhound. And my boy, Elroy, a young bacon tech prodigy because in 2062 pigs don't fly, they float. And my daughter Judy, an influencer running a Bacon Chronicles channel. Jane, my wife, well, she's a mastermind behind the Baconizer 3000, an oven that smart and perfectly bakes bacon to perfect crispiness every bite. What a great life that would be. So I work at Spacely's, one of the top futuristic bourbon bakeries in the galaxy. Not only are we the leading experts in bacon, deliciousness, and bacon, but we're also distiller in bourbon like no other. One day, I'll get the raise I'm looking for. Now you may be asking yourself, Billy, why is this so pertinent to the bacon at hand? Well, because my boy Elroy, this here bourbon, just so happens to share the namesake of my Space Shades idols, the Jeffersons. That's right, a bourbon for the cosmic consumer. It's called Jeffersons, Old Rum Cask Finish. That's right, a bourbon for the cosmic consumer. It's called Jeffersons, Chef Collaboration. That's right, a bourbon for the cosmic consumer. It's called Jeffersons, Pritchard Hill. That's right, a bourbon for the cosmic consumer. It's called Jefferson's Reserve. This bourbon goes back for generations. 8, to be exact. And it's fitting that we're using it to look to the future. And get this, according to their website, and I was able to actually print this out at my local library. I might add that Trey Zoller, one of the founders, is said to have had a curious and experimental mindset which allows him to push the boundaries of bourbon whiskey. Look at that, I got it right here. Does that sound like someone you know? Pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits of bourbon, bacon? I don't know, who does that sound like? No, I'm not saying that we're basically the same person, but you know. And now we're gonna launch these bacons from the Purple Moose Smokehouse into the future on a space-age mission to Flavor Town. Alright, we got 1 slice of bacon in our vat, and we're just gonna bring in a second slice, and then we're gonna pour some of this Jefferson's Old Rum Cask, Jefferson's Old Chef Collaboration, Jefferson's Pritchard Hill, Jefferson's Reserve, and pour it on top of this bacon and make sure that the bacon is marinated. And take a look at this Jefferson's Old Rum Cask, Chef Series Collaboration, Pritchard Hill, Jefferson's Reserve. I'm gonna let the cool air of my fridge orbit around these containers for the next 36 to 48 hours. It has been 48 hours and the Earth has completed 2 full rotations. And that also means that my fridge has also completed 2 full rotations. So let's get these bacons back down to ground level, fully infused with technological magic of Jefferson's Old Rum Cask. I've got my beautiful pan Rosie here. She's got a nice rack that helps me keep the bacon above the bacon grease, which means it's a lot healthier when it's elevated above the bacon grease. All right, we're gonna pan our bacons. We got the old Jefferson's rum cask, and it still smells like bourbon. I gotta tell you that. And it's very interesting. Oh, look at that. It's got a little stiffness to it. It's still dripping off the bourbon, and it's a little discolored too, because you can see that the bacon has soaked up all the delicious bourbons. So let's get these bacons panned, and look at that. Yeah. All right, let's get these bacons panned, and we're gonna pan up some Jefferson's Chef collaboration. And as you can see here, look at that. It's a little bit lighter in tone. I think that's the rye part of it. And let me just get this panned. And pan up some Jefferson's Pritchard Hill Jefferson's Reserve Bacon. It definitely still smells like bourbon. It definitely smells like bourbon. This one smells more like bacon than it does on bourbon. Rosie, it's time to fire up those circuits. And time to get these bourbon-soaked bacons into crispy, futuristic gold at $3.75 for $25. We'll see you in 25 delicious minutes, bacon. Rosie's work is complete, perfectly crispy, bourbon-infused, ready to blast off into my mouth. Let's pull them out of the oven and take a look. Oh yeah, these bacons are done. Look at that. All right, let's give this Jefferson's Old Rum Cask a try. Look at that. Look at how it crispens it up. Looks delicious. Bacon's caramel corn and chocolate ganache flavor would make Astro say that this is ridiculously delicious. Let's give the Jefferson's Chef collaboration a try. This bacon's peachy, buttery, and rye-filled flavor would make Astro say ridiculously delicious. Let's give this Jefferson's Pritchard Hill a try. This bacon's fruity Cabernet wine flavor would make Astro say, this is ridiculously delicious. Let's give this Jefferson's Reserve a try. This bacon's caramel, toffee, and cinnamon flavor would make Astro say, this is ridiculously delicious. Are we sure these pigs don't float? Because the taste of peaches and cream of lemony fruit still say delicious. Cinnamon and vanilla is making my taste buds float away right into a delectable dream. This cinnamony bacon invention is so good. I thought I had time traveled straight to 2062. This Jefferson's Old Rum Cask bacon was absolutely delicious. I think that it had a bunch of flavor in there, and you could really taste the flavors in the bacon. It was phenomenal. This Jefferson's Chef collaboration was fantastic, delicious, and just really accentuated a lot of the flavors of the bourbon in the bacon. That was great. Jefferson's Pritchard Hill was very phenomenal bacon. You could really taste the Cabernet wine-ness of the bacon, of the bourbon in the bacon, and I thought it was a really fantastic bacon in bourbon experience. Jefferson's Reserve bourbon in bacon, bacon in bourbon, I mean, because we put the bacon in the bourbon and then tasted the bourbon in the bacon. So we want to make sure that's the bacon in bourbon experience. It was very light in flavor in what the bacon captured, over the 2 rotations around the Earth, please consider subscribing and joining me. And joining me. And joining me. And joining me as we adventure across the Baconverse together. Exploring the versatile deliciousness of what bacon is. And pushing the limits of what bacon can be. We'll see you in the next episode. I'll see you later, alligator. Deliciousness. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Oh yeah, that's good stuff.